Ever get that feeling that, like, the land itself has a pulse? That the
Yeah.
weather, the mountains, it all kind of seeps into the way people live and breathe.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's what we're diving into today, Spain. A country where, let's be honest, the cliches are pretty tempting.
Right.
Flamenco, paella, sun-drenched beaches. But we're going deeper.
Yeah.
We've got articles here, notes, stuff that goes way beyond the tourist brochures.
Yeah, this is about getting into the soul of a place.
Exactly. And luckily, we've got you, our Spain expert.
Mm.
So no pressure or anything, but what's one thing that, to really get Spain, people need to understand?
That's a good question. I think it's the diversity. So you've got 17 autonomous communities in Spain.
17. So it's not just one Spain.
Right. It's like 17 Spains in one. In our Panorama de la cultura española source, it really digs into this. Each region has its own history, its own personality. Like, picture the energy of Madrid.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Right, the heart of the country, pulsing with life. You've got the Prado Museum, masterpieces everywhere you look.
Incredible.
But then shift gears completely. Head over to Barcelona.
Okay.
And suddenly, you're in this world of Gaudi's architecture. The Sagrada Familia, it practically dances on the skyline.
I've heard about that. It's like nothing else on earth. Right?
Exactly. And that's Catalonia for you, the region around Barcelona. Super innovative, but deeply rooted in tradition, too. You can feel it in everything, the art, the architecture, even the language they speak, Catalan.
Wow. It's like its own little country almost.
It kind of is. That's the beauty of Spain, though. It's all these vibrant cultures woven together.
And speaking of woven together, we've got to mention the landscapes.
Yeah.
We're talking vibrant cities. We're talking stunning coasts. We're talking those mountains.
Oh, absolutely. Picturesque doesn't even begin to describe it. And that's not just pretty scenery. The España Intrigante article, it highlights how the land itself has shaped Spanish life. Take the siesta, for example.
Ah, the siesta. Everyone loves a good siesta.
Right. But it's more than just a midday nap. It was born out of necessity. The midday sun in Spain, it's intense. So taking a break in the hottest part of the day.
Makes sense.
Right. It's a cultural adaptation, a way of living in harmony with the land.
That's fascinating. So it's like the environment is woven into the fabric of daily life. It's not just a pretty backdrop. And you know what else is a huge part of daily life?
Let me guess. Food.
You got it.
Yeah.
And, oh boy, our sources did not hold back on the Spanish cuisine.
How could they not? It's incredible.
It really is. But we've got to go beyond paella, which, don't get me wrong, delicious.
Oh, absolutely the best. But yeah, there's so much more.
Like what? Give us the inside scoop.
Well, the España Intrigante document talks a lot about tapas. Have you ever had tapas?
Oh, yeah. Little plates, right? Meant for sharing.
Exactly. And it's not just about the food itself. It's about the whole experience. Gathering with friends late into the evening, sharing stories over these delicious little bites.
It's such a social way of eating.
Right. It speaks to that Spanish emphasis on community, on savoring life's pleasures together.
I love that. Food for the soul.
Uh-huh.
Literally. Well, I think we've given our listeners a lot to chew on today.
The taste of Spain, you could say.
Exactly. But before we say adios, one final thought to leave you with. Our sources briefly mentioned bullfighting. It's a tradition deeply ingrained in Spanish history, but also one that's becoming increasingly controversial.
Definitely a complex issue.
It really is. And it made me wonder what other traditions might be viewed through a different lens in the future, even ones we consider normal today. Just something to ponder as you continue your own deep dive into Spanish culture.
Interesting.
It is. Well, on that note, hasta la próxima, which I believe means until next time.
It does.